each and every day, Father. We thank you, Father God, that your holiness makes us holy, Father God. We thank you, Lord, that you and you alone, Father God, are the Lord and Master of all that we see, all that we do, all that we think, and all that we feel right now, Father. This is what I say to you, Lord, I ask you to have your way inside of this day, Father God. Increase, Father God, that you and you alone, you and you alone will be understood. You and you alone will be revealed to each of us this day. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Amen. We'll be seated. First of all, I want to thank everyone for taking care of everything while we were gone. It's good to be back. It always seems like we were gone long when we are gone. So, thank you. It's great to be back. Truly glad to be back. Now, I don't know if any of you pay attention, but we do have a schedule on new ministers. So, Pastor Dave did a great job last week. Didn't have to be here. Okay, so, yes, for those of you that keep track of who is doing what, I will be up the next 2 weeks, which means in case I don't finish today, we'll finish tomorrow. Sometimes I know we leave you hanging like a soap opera. Like, okay, we'll finish tomorrow. If not, we'll see you there, we'll finish tomorrow there. But, well, for the next 2 Sundays, I will be. So, I want to say that in case I don't repeat, so when I did everything, I'll be back next Sunday. We'll try to finish up all I did. I was thinking, and it's good why it's always amazing, no matter how much preparation you make, it's always something different that God will have you to do, which keeps confirming that He's in charge of this deal and not me. But I was thinking about it like I had the sermon and meditating while praise and worship was going on. Again, y'all, those who never been with me, just bear with me. I'll get to a point. Thinking, what is the major problem in the church? What is the major problem? And I'm not saying to put it around like it's sort of program. God said, you know, I would think, okay, sin is the major problem in the church, but we missed the mark. That was sin with me. I'm not saying that people are doing all kind of wild stuff. Sin really means to miss the spot. But then God said, well, no, I don't know. Just think about it a little more. Is the major problem sin, or is the major problem what causes sin? All right. With that being said, we'll please turn to the book of James. And this is not where the sermon is coming from. This is going to be part of it, maybe a long introduction. If you turn to James chapter 1, I want to read something to try to substantiate what I just said. James chapter 1. It's toward the end. You might know what it is. Okay, James chapter 1. I'm going to read from verse 14. It says, but each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. So that will happen first. We are tempted. Well, let me go back to 13. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he is drawn away, that's each of us, by our own desires and enticed. Then, when desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's full grown, brings forth death. Whether we admit it or not, sin is a process that we willingly participate in. Yeah. Things happen in sequence, and sin is the result of it. The problem is not sin. The problem is the way we think that leads us to sin. Does that make sense? Because if we cut out the source of what leads us to sin, then we'll never get to sin. We need to put up some roadblocks. And God gives us roadblocks. He gives us ways to do things that are pleasing to Him. And that's basically what not sinning is. If you look at it from the verse, it's knowing what's pleasing to God. With that being said, we're going to look at wisdom. I'm going to do a series on wisdom. So while I'm reading the introduction, please, let's go back. Everybody accept that premise. Do it not. We need to think about it. Let's go back to Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs 1. And we're looking at the ways that will allow us to live in such a manner that we please God. My intent is to get through one and perhaps two today, but we'll see how far we get. So again, the name of the sermon, for those who like the name of the sermon, it is wisdom. This is wisdom part 1. Now before we get into the actual scripture, we talked about it a little in Sunday school, and those of you that can make it Sunday school and Bible study, I highly recommend you get there as often as possible. Because we're going to look at the definition of what wisdom is. Because if I don't know what something is, I wouldn't know if I had it or not. One of the things that goes on in the world today, from my little amateur observation, is when situations come up, people just make up new words for things. Now when you get as old as I am, start, where did this word come from? Okay, so some more deviant way of acting has manifest, so now we give a name to it. And we redefine things. It seems like in America, things get redefined on a daily basis. And I'm not knocking social media, but you look on something on social media, some people can justify things. I was reading something, I had to stop. I'm like, man, this dude came up with too many new words for this stuff he's doing. It's usually applied to things that's out of the norm, so we just rename it. So if you're against it, then you have a phobia against whatever this new thing is somebody's created. I'm like, I don't have any phobia, I just don't understand. Me, I'm digital, right? Wrong. I don't know, I may be wrong, but that's it. So when we talk about wisdom, I want to take a little time to try to understand what the definition of wisdom is before I make an attempt to let God use me to teach about it. Now my reference here that I used was the New Concise Bible Dictionary for Wisdom. And at some point it will be posted on PowerPoint. I don't see myself on it, but all the group it will be available. So listen closely. Wisdom is the art of being successful. And this is according to God's definition. It's an art of being successful. So really, wisdom is not something that I can just manufacture. When you're talking about something that's an art, that means it's a craft. It's something that's practiced and practiced and practiced so you know how to be successful because you made decisions based on certain premises that led to this success. And you get the art, that means you keep doing it over and over. It's the art of being successful and of forming the correct plan to gain the desired results. It's forming the correct plan to gain the desired results. So I wish I'd known this, like 40-something years ago. Because you really start with the results as believers. And even people that's not saved, you can want to deviate a little bit. People that's not saved, you wonder why they're successful. Because they do this. They display the wisdom of God and they don't even know God. They just know how God operates. And that's kind of amazing that we let people that's not saved reap the benefits more of God's principle than people that are saved. Because we be thinking God is so exostensial, he's just out here and we just can't understand about this chanting and telling God do this, and we have to fast, we running around doing busy stuff all the time while the world is out putting God's word into practice without realizing they're putting God's word into practice. So while we're running, I'm out fasting and praying and calling people to pray for me to get such and such and such. God said, okay, you want this job, you're not qualified, why don't you go to school? I mean, this is more training. If it's really true, you need to do something practical. See, we can't pray things that are not ours into existence. Come on. See, that's ignorance. Amen. So we have to have, and what this definition tells us, we have to form the correct plan. He didn't say a plan. The definition says the correct plan to gain the desired results. I mean, it's a lot of ways to look at that. I'm thinking when I came into the Army, I wanted to be in the Army. See, when I started off, I didn't go talk to the Air Force people. Nothing against the Air Force. But see, part of the plan had to do the correct thing. You can't get into the army by talking to the Air Force. You can't get the things of God by listening to Dr. Phil and Oprah. Let the army fix your life. No, that doesn't work. The army can't fix her own life. Oh, okay, yes, I said it's not that. But it says we have to form the correct plan to gain the desired results. And see, the author that defined this is operating on the premise that we as the believers are trying to obtain results that are pleasing to God. It's not always about, wealth or how much we're going to get. Like if I don't have a Mercedes, then I'm not like an author preacher. I'm some lesser form of a minister because I don't drive a car, which I don't. But that's neither here nor there, just a car. But see, we can get deceived into thinking that this is the correct plan. No. The correct plan for each of us is what God tells us. It's not what somebody else tells you. I'm going to read that one. It says, wisdom in its fullest sense belongs to God. Okay. Daniel. Let me read. Y'all forgive me, I didn't mark it. Nothing worse. Maybe I'll find Daniel chapter 2 before I do it. Let me know. Okay. Read Daniel chapter 2, verses 19 and 20.
Daniel 2, 19 and 20. Word of God reads, and the king communed with them, and among them all was found some like Daniel, Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. And in all the matters, you said 2?
Yeah, the 2.
Okay,
oh, okay, yeah, that's what.
You said 19. My bad. Okay.
Daniel 2, 19 and 20.
19 and 20. The word of God reads, Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
Amen. See, Daniel chapter 2, Daniel recognized when he was interpreting the dream, when he got revelation of the interpretation of the dream for the king, that he knew, and I can see why I didn't look for it, I have written down here. He knew that their wisdom to interpret that dream came from God. For at the end he says, for wisdom and might are his. So really, there's no one on earth that is wise in and of himself. Because if you actually look at Solomon, they're considered the most wise man ever lived. That even the impartation he had, if you think back, you haven't read it, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what God, when Solomon was preparing to be king, God appeared to him and told him to ask whatever he wanted. And what God asked for was the wisdom to govern all of these people. But he said, John, I don't know what I'm doing. See, that's a lot in there. He admitted, I don't know enough to do this, God, of myself. So I need you to grant me wisdom to lead these people. See, all that stuff, all that prosperity, all the material things came after. God said, because you asked for wisdom, which is what you need most, now you can do this and I can trust you with all these other things. Now that's totally opposite of today, because you can read things today where people just, they will try to motivate us to think that God is like a lottery. He just wants to just dump stuff on us if we just do the right thing. Usually involved if you're telling them some monetary gain, which to me is totally ridiculous. But that's not God's order. He wants us to get from him what we need most. What we need most from him is wisdom to know how to form a correct plan to gain the desired results. And I would say the desired results has got to be to glorify God. If not, that's not wisdom. If not, that plan is useless. It won't benefit us. We might get something out of it, but God won't be glorified. See, that's the difference in what the church of God gets what the world gets. The world gets things, getting ahead to the scripture, get things to glorify themselves. You don't believe that watch movies like The Wolf, Wall Street, and all this stuff that people in America feel a lot of capitalism. Nothing wrong with being rich, but excuse me. But we have to understand, being believers, we don't want to emulate the world as far as what we want to do, the motive behind our plan. Because it says right here that our plan is to gain the desired results. We've got to start with the result, which is to glorify God. Which means every plan that we conceive, every plan that we go upon is to glorify God. Now, that's not mean the plan that may not have nothing to do with church. Don't understand, the pastor don't know, okay, we need to, we hear those some of the other people say, do this, do that, and you'll be blessed and so on to the kingdom. That would be foolishness. Really, about God. To me, that don't make sense as a pastor. So you're going to go through all this, all these things, so you can gain more, so you can invest more into the kingdom of God. Now, there's nothing wrong with investing into the kingdom of God. I'm not anti-materialist to take money to do things. But that cannot be your motive, because you're going to be disappointed. Because you know what happens? You're formulating your plan on what somebody else wants.
Okay.
You really think you will constantly be striving, because people that lead us in that direction can lead us where we'll never be satisfied. You know, now I got $1 million. Okay, I got to tithe $100,000. Okay, now I can do $100,000. Now I need to earn $2 million so I can tithe $200,000. You see how ridiculous that merry-go-round of madness is? Because we're always trying to do that. The plan is not yours. You're not getting the desired result. God is not being glorified, because you're only doing this to try to impress somebody else. Lord, that we can articulate the fact that how much money, and this has nothing to do with money, how much money we get. God don't care. God owns everything. How can I impress him writing big checks? That's good. I'm not impressed. I really is. I don't want to sound facetious, but he is not impressed by our money. He's not. He's God. He is impressed by our people. If you want to impress God, that's obey his word. All right. Bless you. Okay, I got that. Okay, this is wisdom. I'm about to finish the definition. We'll get to some scripture here. It includes, referring back to wisdom, it includes complete knowledge and control of natural and historical processes. True human wisdom thus stems from the Lord and is applied to daily living. Say that again. True human wisdom stems from the Lord and is applied to daily living. So the measure of how wise an individual is, we have to look at their lifestyle. Not to judge them, but if you want to emulate someone that has a measure of successful living, not stuff, not just strip away stuff. Don't look at what they drive, don't look at the house. When you interact with somebody, you look at the quality, the spiritual quality of that person's life. How does they quote scripture? Basically, it boils down to, does this person bring life, or do they bring death? Because you can have a lot of stuff, and you can be the most deadly important word on the first day. I can ride around, and you can be living in a single wide trailer, and you can be just vastly wealthy with the things of God. I can just enjoy being with you, always at the park time. Anybody know those kind of people? You just enjoy being around. You don't have to say anything. They don't have to do anything. You just want to be. And I'm sure the ladies experienced that yesterday. I know the men, every first Sunday, every first Saturday, man and brother, we just enjoy being there. Because everybody brings the richness of themselves there. You don't have to do something. We don't perform for each other. We don't have to partner. Well, I'm the pastor, so I'm going to do this. The elders, okay, they are going to do that. We have a certain protocol for the elders. We walk in there, we all just the same. Just like the ladies, we all just the same. So that's what we are looking at, you know, a person wise, looking at daily living. Last, before we go to the scripture. This combination of insight and obedience was related by the prophets to the knowledge of God. In other words, the prophets used this as a measuring stick, as a qualifier for knowing God is having an insight and obedience to the word of God. First, we have to know it, and we have to do it That means you know God. God doesn't let you. You go sit around and get all kinds of degrees. There's nothing wrong with that. We can learn the word backwards and forwards and know the Bible, be recited on command from the middle out and get it in. But if we don't have obedience to all this insight, we don't know God. Because we know God, we don't know everything He gives us is for our obedience to it. It's like you're being given instructions to do something, but you never do it. You know, you buy something, you get the instructions, you put, okay, you put all these slots in this, screw this, and all of a sudden you build whatever. Trying to put a bicycle together, whatever. But you get all the parts, you get all the ingredients that it takes to have success. But we don't obey the instructions. And you tell me, will it ever be constructed? Well, that's the same way we do with our life. We have all parts of our life, but we won't be obedient to put them together the way God's put them together. So we got all, I call all these dysfunctional Christians, these Jerry kids Christians. They walk around incomplete. I mean, you spiritually walk around looking like, man, why you got one leg? I didn't bother me, never know. I'm all right. Ain't nobody else in church got two legs either, so I don't know where that came from. But God does not desire for us to be spiritually incomplete. Amen. So it takes that insight and obedience to God's word. You know what? We don't just do that in church. It's just not, this is not a display of obedience necessarily to God's word. I know the scripture says forsake not the assuming of the saints. Okay, that's important. But it's every other day. You just look at the time. We're here like 2 hours. We're not very long today. But if you look at, you compare the amount of time that you're in a formal church setting and the rest of the time we're interacting with our fellow human beings, you tell me where's the biggest impact at? Where's the true measure of success? Not here, it's out there. It's all the rest of the time. And guess what? The world is looking. They got the Hubble telescope on us. You know what they just wait for us to make things. They want us to do or say something they want to do. So that's why we have to be confident in what we do, and we have to know that, okay, I got the inside of God, I'm going to obey God's word, now I know God. See, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. Once you know what the word is and you do it, that is the end of conversation. I'm not trying to get along with you. And I'm not going to change. I'm not going to hear somebody say something, get up in the middle of the night and treat something different. I'm not going to. Because see, once we know, we speak what is and we be what is, and that's the end of it. You don't keep doing that. You don't have to keep defending yourself. You don't have to keep wondering was this right or that right, or so-and-so said this. You know, don't disrespect other people. But we have to reach the point, brothers and sisters, where we stand on the word of God, and that gives us confidence to be who we are, and it regardless of what anyone else says about it. See, the older I get, the more freedom. Like, oh, that's just old dude, man. That's just not too much. All right, that was a long introduction. Now I'm only going to do chapter 1 today, and I hope y'all will forgive me. Probably should have worn a black shirt. I know how it is. Hopefully y'all take offense to that and keep your jacket on. Okay, we're going to look at Proverbs now. Proverbs chapter 1, we're going to start at verse 1. No, I got it. I'm good now. I can see that when some of the guys be ministering in their jeans and t-shirts. You been out of courage. It makes a whole lot of sense now. So we're going to look at the aspects of chapter 1 and we'll pick it up on starting with chapter 2 next week. So we're going to look at 3 aspects in Proverbs chapter 1. We're going to read through it and I'm going to discuss it. In verses 1 through 6, it looks at the purpose of the book. I like the way Solomon wrote the book because he starts from the very beginning telling you why he wrote it. Which really, when you look at that, okay, now I know why I'm reading this. It makes sense to me. So Proverbs 1, hopefully everybody's there. Hopefully I told you to turn. We're going to look at verses 1 through 6. Now I'm going to read it out of the New Living Translation, so it'll probably be different if you don't have New Living Translation. Proverbs 1 through 6 reads, "These are the Proverbs of Solomon, David's son, king of Israel. Their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, to help them understand the insights of the wise. Now that's a whole lot right there. That's a great deal. Now the purpose of these proverbs, and keep this in mind for the rest of the time we study this, is to teach people wisdom and discipline, and to help us understand the insights of the wise. So to be wise, we have to be able to understand the wise. There's one thing, a foolish person cannot teach you to be wise. They can only teach you to be foolish. We can only impart what we are. But in addition to that, it says the purpose is to teach people wisdom and to understand the insights. We have to be able to discern between what is wise and what is foolish. Wherever it comes from. Whether it comes from the Vatican, or whether it comes from some itinerant preacher, which is on a soapbox downtown. See, just because a person doesn't have a large platform and not on TV or satellite on it, doesn't mean that they're not wise. It doesn't mean they're not doing the right thing. And when you flip it around, just because we got all that material stuff, because it's big, this ministry got X amount of people. This is just personal. I really would be extremely uncomfortable with people broadcasting how big the ministry is, because you create the illusion that there's some major success. You know what that means? That means how many people will literally go to that meeting. That's all it means. It doesn't mean it's better than anything, doesn't mean it's worse. It's just a number. So we can't look at that. We need to understand pure wisdom. Don't think that T.D. Jakes is great. He can't help me live my life in a way that honors God. He's out there in Texas. He can't impart to me, and that's not negative to T.D. Jakes. You see, I don't need to reach way up there. All we need to do is reach right in the That's it. So we have the ability to get insight to wise. We'll be able to know what's wise and what's not. Verse 3 reads, their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful life. Oh my goodness. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful life. So it's a misnomer. It can be misunderstood, and actually I call it spiritual malpractice to really teach people, okay, you get saved and everything's going to be all right. You just keep coming to church and everything's going to mysteriously work out in your life. No, it's not. It's not. It's not going to happen. Well, that's not even the word. Right here it says we have to be taught to be disciplined and taught to live a successful life. So that tells me that when we come into the kingdom, I don't know how to do this because we're born again, so I can look like spiritually. I need to be taught. The thing is, church leaders, sometimes we don't teach people. We show them how to be religious. We'll lay down. I mean, we'll have, you think about it, it's almost like a church SOP, standard operating procedure. You'll know everything. You come in there, you lock your heels, man, you the left face, you take some of the face, you stop, you salute, Okay, it's time to get the money, Okay, pretend I'm happy, you're not happy. You ain't got no money to put an empty envelope in there. You do something. You play along with the game. Because you don't want to be seen as not adhering to the protocol of this place. You're not being taught anything. You can do anything. To execute the prayer, that's not teaching. I mean, you can teach an ape to do stuff repetitively. I mean, they teach you to do sign language and all. I don't know sign language, so I don't know. 800 leave me alone. I'm tired. I'm an ape. I don't want to talk like you. Why don't you act like an ape for a second? Okay, I'm back. Anyway, we have to be taught to be disciplined and to be successful. And it helps them do what is right, what is just, and what is fair. That's a high point. Wisdom teaches us to do what is right, just, and fair. These proverbs will give us insight. These proverbs will give insight to the simple and knowledge and discernment to the young. So really, when you start reading, well, let me read some more. Let the wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance. By exposing the meaning of these proverbs and parables, the words of the wise and their riddles. So really, when you look at Proverbs, what the first 6 verses of what Solomon wrote, it leaves us without excuse. There's no excuse for not knowing how to relate to God. Which goes back to what my first premise was. Problem not sin. The problem is the way we think. It's the body of Christ and whole. I'm not talking about KCM in particular. But see, once I'm taught that I need to guard the way I think, I need to be disciplined in the way I think. Now this will prevent me from sinning because I think a certain way, so I act a certain way. So when temptations come, guess what? It's a roadblock. Like these roads that were washed out here in Fayetteville. Certain roads you can try to go on now, you can't go there. Yes, no, yeah, open your house. But you just can't go anymore. See, as believers, that's what we need to be. That's what we're supposed to give us. I cannot do this. You're trying to get me to go somewhere I can't go. There's no road there. God did not put a road there. Now, Satan will give you a bridge. He might give you a helicopter, hot air balloon. He'll let you get over there. Because he wants us over in the dead zone. But if God doesn't build a road, we need to recognize that God didn't build a road, so I can't go there. In everything. We're going to talk, I'm going to read some more, and I think I'm going to stop on this. 17 through 19. We won't take as much time to read. So that was the purpose. Now we're going to look at wisdom foundation. Start with verse 7. Now, the New Living Translation reads, I know it's different, and this is a well-quoted verse here. In verse 7 it reads, fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and discipline. And King James, I know you're familiar with King, you got King James? Read 7 out of King James.
Word of God, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Right, the author here just used foundation instead of beginning, which is, you really think they're both the same. Because when you're going to build something, you got to start with the foundation. And to start to be wise, the first thing you got to do is have reverential fear of God. Because if not, we're not going to go beyond that. If I don't reverential fear of God, they're like, okay, I can pick and choose. I don't know if you ever seen some of these little wavy kids, you try to tell them something like, one kid, I told him something, well, he said, well, you're not my dad. So I said, you're not. You don't get out my yard. You don't well, I'm my dad or not, you need to listen. I'm a lot of fries, sort of a happy meal if you walking through my yard. So really, that's my comical way of saying sometimes as believers, we act like God is not our father. Like he told us to do something, we don't do it. Or he told me not to do something and I'm doing it. Just like that kid. Oh, I'm walking everywhere somewhere. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm come out here and force you into the street. By any means necessary. I'm not going to hurt you, kid. I don't abuse people, kid. I just terrorize you back out of my job. So we have to understand that if we don't fear God, we're not going to factor him into our daily decisions. We're like he's an oxen. And I remember back in the old days, the old Oklahoma, those who like football, the old Oklahoma Sooners, they sort of perfected the triple option running, give it to the fullback and run left, quarterback keep the pitches. They got 3 options on every play. Christian, we like we have 3 options. Well, really, you know, I don't see none of the elders around. I don't see none of the ladies from AWOT. They don't care, they not even over here. Y'all know how we get, yeah, I'm smoking on, we look around, I don't see anybody new to the first time. Think I'm good. I'm sneak in the store, get this 40, put it in this paper bag, I'm gonna brush out here. I just use that as an example. It doesn't always have to be a 40, but we go through a process before we do something. And we have to be aware that we go through a process before we do anything. Even insane people go through a process before they do something. They just source of authority is different. But we as believers, we have access to what is right. We have access to live successfully. And understand what we're trying to do is glorify God. That's got to be our objective. Verse 8, I got to go to 19, then we're going to dismiss the next time. And we're doing wisdom foundation. My child, listen when your father corrects you. Do not neglect your mother's instruction. What you learn from them will crown you with grace and be a chain of honor around your neck. I don't know, I know some of you are young, some of you did still play. Right now, my grandma, well, she was stern, she was probably wise too. But even now, and I'm 66, my grandma passed away a long, long time ago. It is still things she told, and it's like they're ringing in my ear, like she's saying them right this very time. Yeah. Like, always open the door for a lady. Don't wear your hand inside. It's just yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no. It's like she's still here in my ear. That's okay. Because they told me a lot of the things that allowed me to make decisions based on what I was told that got me here. I did a lot of crazy stuff on my own. I'm not sick. But understand that what Solomon is writing here is your parents are to be the first source of how we learn how to live a successful life. And we are to rely on their impartation for all time. Matter of fact, it said what it would be a crown of grace and a chain of honor. So it actually means once we obey God through our parents, and I'll get into this a little bit. We understand that the time that he wrote this was different from now. We can't put this in modern context. Because some people that have children shouldn't even have children at all. They should be allowed around children because they are foolish. They'll teach children the wrong thing. I'm not talking on Christ-like thing. They're teaching about their lifestyle. But see, at this time, parents were held responsible for being the godly influence in their children's life. That's why Solomon told you, right, you need to follow the instructions of your father. I didn't grow up with a father. I'm thinking the concept of where I raised, not doing what my father told me is can't be comprehended. And that's not because I'm good, just because I was raised by stern folks. What they said, they meant. See, we think with God, because we get away with doing things that God would rather we really do. Oh, well, this must be good. God don't mind. Yes, he does mind. He's just so merciful, he won't, because he wouldn't, nobody would do it. If we could just execute justice all the time. I know I would think so. So we got to understand that what we need to do is understand that the parents at that time carry a great responsibility for what their children are aware of to gain wisdom. We are to live successfully in front of them, so if nothing else, they can watch us live successfully. See, the time we try to be not want to learn our Bible words, nothing wrong with that. But we nullify that by not conducting ourselves in a way that reinforces what the Word of God says. And think about it, you confuse people. When I talk to one thing, I'm doing something that opposed to what I just thought. Oh, do what I say and not what I do. See, that doesn't work. That didn't work back in them days. So it says, my child, if sinners entice you to turn your back, if sinners entice you, turn your back on them. If sinners entice you, turn your back on them. They may say, come, join us, let's hide and kill someone. Just for fun. Let's ambush the innocent. Let's swallow them up alive like the grave. Let's swallow them whole, like those who go down into the pit of death. Think of the great things we would fill our house with and the stuff we take. Come, throw your lot with us, and we shall share the loot. My child, don't go along with them. Stay away from their path. They rush to commit evil deeds. They hurry to commit murder. If a bird sees a trap set, it knows and stays away. But these people set an ambush for themselves. They are trying to get themselves killed. Such is the fate of all who are greedy for money. It robs them of life. See, it's amazing when Solomon wrote about wisdom and how it was the foundation for it. It was based on our relationship with other people. These kind of folks, you need to stay away from them. And I mean, so you use the extreme analogy here, but you can plug anything in, anything that's contrary to the Word of God. Solomon is basically telling through wisdom, you're the point with people, so don't go down their path, don't even hang out with them. I have to admit, through a long season of my life, I can't wait to leave it. which was totally idiotic. I knew what was right, but I couldn't wait to do what was right. But I wasn't saved. My mind had been regenerated. I hadn't been born again. I didn't know how to think. But see, we know better now. Because he looks here, and I'm going to hit 2 more points, and then we're going to go. It says, if you look at verse 17, he's talking about how all these things people are going to do. They come up with all these enticements. And I thought about a lot of this for the game. See, that's why, not knocking games per se, but that mentality, that's how people can buy into it. Because, okay, we're going to do this, and we're all going to have all things in common. We put all our money together, we're going to rob people, blah, blah, we're going to do this, and you're going to be good. But see, no, that's not the way it works. Because it says in 17, if a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. The thing is, believers, we should know that it's a trap. We should know that certain relationships, certain interactions with certain people is going to be a trap. But the way to avoid it is stay away from it. And a lot of times in relationships that happen. I'm not here to condemn anybody. And it just burdens me sometimes to see young ladies get in a relationship with guys. I'm like, man, I'm a guy. My daughter wouldn't even know that. My daughter would bring 1,000 feet of this food. But then you want to be prayed, oh, let's pray this and that, pray that. I bring them to church, they like, no, that ain't what happened. That will not happen. There's just certain people we need to just stay away from. There's certain relationships we're not to enter into. That's what the word tells us to do. Because you get in there and then you try to pray for something to change, you try to pray for somebody, wait a minute. God is like, wait a minute, did you see that was a trap before? Wow. What do you do? Shut your wisdom on? Well, he's so cute. She's so fine. You got a nice car. She got a nice shape. Y'all know she's been into it. I use all that madness to try to justify things. There's things that can get up there and then we get into it. See, as God's children, we have the ability to avoid getting into situations that we need to be saved from. And that's what we've been saved from. But we got to have the fortitude to say, I know this is wrong, so I'm going to exercise some self-discipline and just not do this. And that's not meant to condemn us, but that gives us the ability to know the future situations. I'm going to get further on the warnings, but I think next week, yes, I'm good. I have 45 minutes all I'm doing. And we have the ability to live a successful life. Not just spend all time in church waiting for the next great move, just sitting here, just, okay, we're going to grow, we're going to listen, I can't wait for the next sermon, that's good, and nothing wrong with that. But brothers, if we don't do it, all this becomes useless. All this preparation, all this study, all that praying becomes useless because the Word of God receives power in our life when we obey it. When we don't obey it, it's like having your car full of gas. You'll never turn the engine on. I'm not picking it up. I just don't let it. I like to see it. I know my tank is full and my car is filled right here, so I'm not going to use it. See, we don't use that anointing on our life on a daily basis, but we can think that being a believer, being a Christian, is only for Sundays and nights. No. It's for all the other times, even more important. Because we got to live wise. That Satan coming out there, he's going to shoot things at us to tempt us to stray away from God's will for our life. But as we get through here, we're going to be armed. If nothing else, we're going to have some cover that deck card or charge. We're going to have a demolition. You know, at times when you're escaping the enemy, you blow up the bridge or something like that so they can't shoot. Wisdom would give us the ability to disable the enemy by destroying his path. He'll try to chase us on. We got to use the Word of God, bobs and hammers and that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm talking all this military stuff, but it works that way. We got to disarm the enemy. The only way to disarm him is with wisdom and wisdom. Because if not, we're going to be overcome. And the deadly part about that, when we don't display wisdom, we didn't have the time to release more about it, is we get captured and we're defeated, but we can still go through the motion of being church folks, living a defeated life. That is not the way God wants us to be. He didn't create us. We weren't born again to be defeated spiritually in any shape, form, or fashion. Let us stand to our feet here. And I thank you for your time and your attention. Hopefully this whet the appetite. I'm going to ask Elder Mark to come and miss us.